Hey YouTube, the Once Corrupt here again with another battle with a guy named SmallC. So let's get started, shall we? So in this battle I led with Metagross, and he also led with the Metagross with his own, which was interesting enough. So I decided I'd just try and go for the Stealth Rocks and try and get them up straight away. I find out that his Metagross is faster than mine, which puts me at a big disadvantage because he's easily going to be able to outrun me with Earthquakes. So he goes for the Earthquake. I decided to stay in one turn to see if he's packing Earthquake or Meteor Mash, and he Earthquakes, and I Earthquake back. And I didn't do as much as him either, so he's faster and stronger, and I'm like, well, it's time to switch out. So I switch out Cross Hats, and I bring in the Reaper, hoping to absorb another Earthquake, but instead he switches to this guy, and I'm assuming he's thinking about Rapid Spinning away those Stealth Rocks now, but he obviously can't with Reaper there. So I go for the Will-O-Wisp, because I figure if he's going to switch, I want to burn something. And he switches out. In a second, he must have thought pretty long and hard about this, what to do. And in comes his Zapdos, which takes quite a bit of damage from the Stealth Rocks, and I'm happy with that, and I managed to get a burn on it, so that's quite good for me. At this point, I figured that I would just stick with Reaper for now, because there wasn't a lot that he could really do to me. This thing's defense is pretty hardcore, so he switches back out again and brings in Miss Magnus, and I Ice Punch it. And it does a fair bit, and I was thinking, well, I could probably keep Reaper in here and just keep Ice Punching and stuff. So I go for the Will-O-Wisp again, expecting it to attack me, because I've never really versed one of them, and it subs down. And so obviously my Will-O-Wisp is useless. And then I go for the Shadow Sneak, hoping to break the sub. And I didn't know if it would or wouldn't, but at least I figured I may as well try, because Reaper's at full HP anyways. So I Shadow Sneak, and I break the sub, and that makes me really happy. And he Calm Minds, and this gets me thinking, you know, this thing's obviously going to set up to try and sweep. Anyways, I've got the priority move, but I think right here I did the most epic misclick ever, and I hit Pain Split instead of Shadow Sneak, and that makes me really mad and upset. And right now I'm kind of like, either hit me with something really hard, sub up, or bring something in with full HP. And he brings in Zapdos, which takes even more damage from Stealth Rocks. And then I Pain Split it, and it's not too bad, it's only 60 points, so that was sort of okay, but sort of not at the same time. But it kind of, I guess it kind of balanced out, because he went to Roost, so that's alright. So I'm sitting here, and I'm going to leave Reaper in and go for more Ice Punches, I decided, which does alright, doesn't do as much. I'm thinking maybe next time I might Shadow Sneak, but right now I see no real reason to switch Reaper out if he's just going to sit here and just absorb damage from this guy. And I Shadow Sneak him, and it does enough. I get Discharge, which does about 80 points or so, and I'm a little bit concerned about that. So at this point, I decide that it might be time to go to the Mance, and I think I do make that switch now because I don't see the point in sitting here for so long. It took me a little while to think about what to go to for Zapdos. I've had problems with Zapdos in the past, and oh no, sorry, I went to Metagross hoping it would live, and then I'd be able to do something to it. But Metagross died, so it ended up being fodder, which is good, because it let me get the free switch in for Salamence. And at this point, I was pretty sure he was going to Roost, so I was just like, yeah, I'll just D-Dance up. But, can't actually remember what he did here. So I D-Dance up, which is great, and he would put up a light screen, so he's probably thinking that this could be a special Mance. Unfortunately, it's a physical Mance, so I was doing well, and I managed to get the Outrage off and finish off the Zapdos, which was good. At this point, I'm pretty keen for him to send out whatever he wants, as long as I can beat it. And, oh yeah, this is where I basically ran out of charge, and he intimidated me, and I put my charger in and got back to the battle. And he uses, that was really good on his part, I thought, because it nullified my Dragon Dance's attack up. At least I was still faster than things, though. And then I became confused. So it brought Metagross out, and I was confused. I thought, well, there's no point in keeping Salamence in there. I'll switch him out, and I went to the Reaper. And the Reaper took the Bullet Punch with no real problems. He got a crit, which was good on his part, I guess. And then this was awesome. He Earthquaked me, and I lived with 1 HP and was able to Pain Split him back up to 68. And then with lefties, I was 4 points better off than I was at the beginning of the turn. And he sled